Good morning, Washington. Hello, Vienna calling. Hello, Vienna calling. Anybody remember Falco? That's a cool song. Vienna calling. You know, that was written about Vienna, Virginia. No, it was written about the other. Every time I'm driving through Vienna, Virginia, I always think about Falco, Vienna calling. Hello, welcome to Dave TV for the 18th of January 2011. Brought to you by the Washington Post. The Washington Post print edition, less news for more money. And we're also brought to you by WMAL's Morning Majority Show, the Morning Zoo for the slightly mentally challenged. Thank you to our sponsors of Dave TV. One of my pet peeves with the Washington Post is in today's paper. Nice little article here about the lack of snow this winter.
It's just a great day for classic alternative.
Shut up. I'm trying to talk. Anyhow, a nice little article today in the Washington Post front page about how winter isn't being too bad this year. We haven't had a lot of snow. Not a bad little article from Joel Achenbach. But one of my pet peeves about the Washington Post and about any newspapers, when you do an article, don't interview your own newspaper's people for the article. That's just, it's again, Jason Samanow, and I do like the Capital Weather Gang. I think it's one of the better websites around for local weather, and I praise it a lot. And but if the Washington Post is going to do a story on local weather, come on, don't go down the hall to Jason and say, hey, give us some quotes for the article. That's lazy. I mean, even if he is an expert, you don't interview your own newspaper people for an article. That sucks. It's just bad journalism. I don't care. Okay, yeah, if say Paul Farhi was arrested for, some hideous crime, I could go see, okay, let's go interview Paul Farhi. Sure, but you don't just go interview like your own local experts at your paper. I mean, they call the National Weather Service. They can call Topper Shutt or Bob Ryan or Doug Hill or, there's people all over that give you quotes on weather and interviews, AccuWeather and stuff like that. Do you really need to go? And the Post does this all the time when they do weather stories. They almost always interview someone from their own Capital Weather Gang thing. I don't know. It just seems lazy. Okay. The big news. I'm out of breath. Hi there. Now you can see me. The big news, of course, is that WNEW, the new CBS All Newser, won't be launching tomorrow, Thursday the 19th, as it was originally ballyhooed, basically because we're hearing that they're having some sort of engineering problems. So it'll be launching at 5 a.m. on Monday the 23rd. So that's the latest that we heard. Okay, so that's going to be Friday, Saturday, something like that. 4 days late. Again, I think they'll do okay on 99.1, but I think if they're really going up against WTOP, they're going to need a better signal in Nova. That's what I think. I've said it again. Apparently, they are actually doing the station this week. They're doing the 24-hour-a-day program for WNEW, but it's only being heard in-house there at CBS's Lanham facility. Landover, Lanham, what's the difference? Right next to each other. So anyhow, we can't hear it because it's not plugged. They haven't plugged it into the transmitter yet. So that will happen on Monday, at least as far as we know right now. So anyhow, got this in the mail yesterday. Thought it's worth a mention. We used to make a big deal of this. I don't make it such a big deal anymore, but another rate hike from Comcast there. This is for my particular cable system, effective March 1. I guess, Verizon's doing it, I'm sure, and Cox is doing it, and everybody's doing it. So, is it really all that newsworthy? Limited basic service, which is like the basic channels, go from $22.95 to $24.95. The expanded basic service goes from $41.90 to $43.20. Packages, the digital starter package goes from $64.85 to $68.15. The digital preferred package, $87.10 to $88.60. The various bundles go up. You know, I'm looking here, $5. Roughly, look like most of them are going up about $5. Then if you have a second outlet, I think you're going to be paying something like 50 or 60 cents more for that. But there's no change in the premium services, so HBO will continue to cost about the same. What else? I think they're raising the price on some of the internet services. The performance internet goes from $45.95 to $48.95. No changes in most of their installation fees. Stuff like that. Okay, so, you know, I guess, you know, everything's going to cost more, including your cable. And as I say, I don't get to see what Verizon's doing with Fios and Cox. I'm sure they're all doing the same thing, but it's worth noticing. One thing that drops a little bit, I think they're charging a little bit less for the additional boxes. Is that here somewhere? Monthly equipment rental. The digital converter will go from $4 to $2.30 a month. And the HD TV converter box will go from $4 to $2.30. So there's a few things going down, but most of them are going up. So I would guess the average cable bill is probably going to be $5, $6, $7, $8 more on Comcast. And I presume they're going to be doing approximately these same price hikes on all their other systems too. But again, I don't get all the information on that. So just interesting to note. I don't know. I'll tell you, as I've said before many times, there used to be a lot of cable channels that I really couldn't live without. I mean, I loved BBC America. I loved it when they had a whole lot of cool British shows on there. You know, all day long it'd be different shows. They must have had 30 or 40 cool shows on there. The Science Channel, when they really did heavy-duty science programming. National Geographic, when it was a reflection of what the National Geographic magazine was. A whole lot of cool stuff. Most of these channels now have just, you know, they're going for this younger demographic. They don't really care about older demographics anymore. And the problem is that older demographic guys like me and gals like you are paying the cable bills, and we're finding all these channels that, hey, I don't need BBC America anymore. I don't need National Geo. I can live without Science Channel. You know, and we're finding that, you know, do I really need to be paying for that tier of services that's giving me, you know, all these channels that, hell, I don't really watch anymore. A lot of them anyway. So, you know, be interesting to see how, you know, how these cable price hikes, and, you know, they're going to only go up. Cable rates are only going to go up because a lot of these sports channels, you know, they just keep charging more and more. And, you know, you can't always blame Comcast and Cox and Verizon. I mean, the companies that run these channels are raising their rates, and TV stations, you know, want more in their fees and stuff like that. You know, Channel 7 just got yanked off a cable system down in Shenandoah Valley because the cable operator Shentel was claiming that Channel 7 was just asking too much money for its service, you know, to relay its signal. So, I don't know. It's going to shake out. It really is. I think more and more people, the general trend is more and more people are going to be going to, you know, internet delivery of television and that kind of thing, and alternative things. And I just think in the long run, you know, cable companies are going to have to do something. They're going to have to change their model. And I think one of the big changes in the model is going to have to be a la carte pricing. You're going to just have to say, look, pick the channels you want and pay a per channel fee. You know, do something like that. Because, you know, the day and age of getting 300 cable channels and you don't watch 285 of them, what's the point of that? It's just dumb. But you gotta buy them. If you want to see this one channel, you have to buy 60 others. I don't know, man. That business model is you know, it's like going into the grocery store and saying, I want to buy peanut butter, and they're saying it the safe way. Well, if you want to buy peanut butter, you gotta buy you know, celery and frozen pizza and you know, strawberry yogurt. You know, because it's part of the package. But I don't want that other stuff. I just want the peanut butter. Well, that's the way cable is. You know, cable's got to get smart one of these days. Someday they're going to have to change it. And it's a complicated thing, I know, but, you know, hey, we shall see. What else is going on today? We had a memorial service for the late, great Ron Smith yesterday up in Baltimore. A cool guy. A lot of WBAL radio and TV veterans spoke. And it's, you know, as I've said many times, Ron was and is one of the great. Justin Berk from Channel 2, apparently. Yesterday there was a bunch of websites like TV Spy. He's been fired! He's been fired! You know, he made some kind of gambling bet over the Ravens game over the weekend, and did it have something to do with that? Well, apparently no. He is out away. He is gone from the station, but he wasn't fired. It was a kind of a, hey, contract non-renewal. You know, when you work in the TV business, you have a contract that runs for so long, and when your contract is up, they can just say, hey, we're not renewing it. And, you know, you're not really fired, but you're no longer working there. And that's what happened to Justin. So he will not be doing the morning weather there on Channel 2, which is in the basement of Baltimore TV ratings anyhow. So there. Got a really cool interview up with Steve Davis at PressBoxOnline.com that I interviewed him a couple weeks ago. I liked him a lot. Really cool guy. He used to work at Channel 45, then went to Channel 9 for a while doing sports, then went up to BAL Radio. Now he does the mornings with Ed Norris on Sports Talker 105.7, The Fan in Baltimore. Really cool guy, and check out the interview. You can see the link there right on DCRTV. All right, folks, that's the show. We're sticking to it. That's right. Washington Post. Less news for more money. You'd be paying $1 for your paper now instead of 75 cents. You'd be paying $2 for that Sunday paper instead of $1.50, and there'll be less in it than ever before. Big pictures, more syndicated stuff from the web that you've already seen. Hey, ain't that a deal? All right, folks, have a great one. Breaking news. We'll interrupt the Newlywed Game or the Brady Bunch or whatever you're watching with a breaking news update. So stay tuned to this channel. Oh, Adam Ant. Adam Ant's now playing on First Wave. Ant music. Have a good one. So